Hey guys, Brian here from Stogie Review at IPCPR 2015. We're here with Nick Melillo of Foundation Cigars.
Thanks for having me.
And should I mess up the name or do you want to mess it up?
You can, no, I'd like to hear your pronunciation.
Güegüense.
Correcto.
Güegüense.
We say way,
when,
say.
Güegüense.
Yes.
Nice and stereo, right?
Yeah. It's a Nahuatl word. It's a Nahuatl word, so it's indigenous to Nicaragua. The language before the Spanish arrived, which means the wise man.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's interesting with the umlauts over the U. I didn't realize that was outside of Germany, honestly.
Yes, very rare, very rare, and it's used also in the word when you say Nicaraguan in Spanish, Nicaraguense, also, which is also a Nahuatl Spanish combination for the land between the lakes and volcanoes, the land of lakes and volcanoes.
That's cool. I had no idea.
That was one of the reasons for the logo for Foundation, actually.
Yeah, do tell us about this logo.
This logo is from an old coin from Nicaragua from the 1820s that I always loved, and it represents the 5 countries of Central America at the time when they gained independence from Spain, but it also represents Nicaragua having the most active volcanoes in Central America.
Okay.
Also, for me, this is one of the reasons what makes Nicaraguan tobacco what it is, why it's so popular, because of this volcanic soil and also the sun exposure, which is
that's key. It's kind of key.
Very key in geographical location.
Yeah.
So because of these reasons, that's for me the foundation of Nicaraguan tobacco. So,
hence Foundation.
Foundation.
Yeah, there you go.
Foundation of creation, we say.
Well, tell us a little bit about the cigar itself now.
So the cigar is all Nicaraguan. I wanted to do a debut cigar that was all Nicaraguan, Nicaraguan puro, filler, binder, and wrapper. I never worked with Nicaraguan wrapper tobacco. I had worked with it in blends, but never on a final project. So that was very important to me because I knew I wanted to do something that really expressed my experience living in Nicaragua since 2003.
You've been there, that's what, 12 years?
12 years. I moved there when I was 24, March 2003, and it's been an amazing experience.
That's just crazy. I can't even imagine. That'd be fantastic.
It's become my second home, you know, so I've become very appreciative of Nicaraguan, of course, the tobacco, but also the culture. So that's what I really wanted to bring to guys, you know, throughout the world. Is really share this experience that I've had. And El Güegüense is really the heart and soul of Nicaraguan culture. It represents, it's almost like the Statue of Liberty to us in the United States. And it's a dance that happens every year around January 20th in the south of Nicaragua. And I thought it was perfect to really represent the first brand. So the cigar is all Nicaraguan, filler, binder, and wrapper. I'm working with these guys at Aganorsa. Eduardo Fernandez has been working with him since 2003, buying a lot of tobacco. He welcomed me in and said, you know, basically, mi casa, su casa, gave me full access to his tobacco inventories, the production floor.
It's nice.
Yes.
It's really nice.
Yes. So
I'm a fan of theirs.
Dion's been, you know, Illusion's been making cigars with those guys, and Dion I've known for a while, so he's been great in the whole process, and has been there, and Arsenio Ramos in the factory, you know, all these guys are from Pinar del Rio, and
I think all those guys actually know a thing or two about cigars too.
Yeah, and it's been great to work with them, and man, you know, I'm always learning. That's how I got to this point, is, you know, spending time listening to tobacco and listening to some of the legends in the business. And so the cigar is real medium to full. I wanted to do something that was kind of reminiscent to when I thought Cubans were kind of good back in the day in the 90s, a little bit more power and strength. It's a Corojo wrapper, so the seeds right from Cuba, Corojo 99. The binder is also Corojo from Jalapa, and the filler is Criollo and Corojo. So it's medium to full, not for the faint-hearted, yet it's not, doesn't jade your palate. You know, not a nice spice, natural sweetness, woody cedar notes. So
sounds good.
I'm happy with it. You know, I had a good tasting panel down there too with Arsenio and Dion and all the guys. So that was cool. So I'm really excited.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good panel to get feedback, immediate feedback.
Yeah, I had this all in English. I know it's, you know, I made it difficult. That's why the Wise Man, I also put it on there. But when I had it all in English, I couldn't do it.
Didn't feel right.
It didn't feel right for me. So the artist in me came out, and a good buddy of mine did all this art. Alex Garcia in Nicaragua. He's been a friend of mine since 2003. He's an incredible artist. He did this all by hand. He's the head of my art department, and you know, I came to him with the vision, and he did this all by hand, and then we turned it into, you know, the computers. These are all commemorative coins from Nicaragua. You have the San Juan Joche is the flower of Nicaragua, national flower, and Madrono is the tree of Nicaragua. So, you know, it's an interesting, interesting story. And Güegüense. And Güegüense was called, the story goes, before the Spanish crown, the 1550s. He was being blamed for all the problems of the time. So he's called by the Spanish crown to come before the governor. And basically he uses satire to make them all look like fools. So it's not like, hey, you know, you're a fool. He uses satire, so they don't know really what's going on, and he mocks them.
So he's the original Nicaraguan hipster?
Correct. Yeah. That's exactly, that. You got it. You got it. Exactly. That's exactly it. And, you know, he eventually actually convinces the Spanish governor to marry one of his sons. Okay?
Really?
So one of his sons during the play says he's rich, the other one's saying he's poor. So he wants to convince the Spanish governor to marry, of course, one of them. So to do this, he brings out the machos. They call them the machos, okay? Which are the mules that are dressed. So there's 12 mules. They never speak during the dance, but they come out. And this is synonymous with the Güegüense. When people talk about Güegüense, this is the imagery that they talk about the machos, which also reflects basically how the Spanish were treating indigenous people of the time, you know, as mules and as lesser people. So it's a fascinating reflection of Nicaraguan history of the time, 1550s.
That's interesting stuff.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm a big history guy, so, you know, I love it. Just being down there, I had to really bring it to the forefront, you know?
Absolutely. So what sizes do we have?
So we have
getting
5.
Back to the practical
yes,
stuff.
yes, definitely. We have 5 sizes. We have the Corona Gorda, which is a 5 5/8 by 46. There's a Robusto, which is a 5 1/2 by 50. There's the Toro Waco, which I called it, which is one of the characters in the dance. Is actually a toro, a bull. That's 6 by 56. There's a 7 by 48 Churchill.
Okay.
And there's also a torpedo, 6 1/4 by 52.
Cool.
So yeah. This one's actually I had it empty on this one.
We'll get a picture. We'll get a picture of those. But yeah. So what are we looking at in terms of retail?
Retail, we're looking at the 9 to 12 range. 9 to 12 range. When the taxes come through, I'm not sure how. But that varies from state to state. That's hard to keep track of. Yeah. So this is a special one for me. You know, I really wanted to you know, as a debut brand, really go all out. So I hope guys just, you know, respond and dig it, man. I put my heart and soul into it. So
yeah, best of luck. How's the reception been here?
Reception's been great. Reception's been great. Yeah, Dion welcomed me into the booth, and you know, which has been great, and it's been great. Nothing but good stuff. So have you had a chance to smoke one yet?
I have not yet.
Yeah,
I have one.
No, definitely. It's kind of difficult during the show because I always lighting up cigars and then they never get lit up again because I'm talking like this all the time.
Or as you're making the rounds, somebody says, stop smoking that. Smoke this, much better, you know. So what are you going to do? Say, no, you're a liar. You know, you can't do that.
Yeah. And then you get in the heat. And it's
exactly. But appreciate you taking
my pleasure,
some time
guys.
out.
Brian, always a pleasure. Appreciate you guys. Give thanks.
Thanks.
So we have a limited edition coming out soon. Yes. I heard the rumor called the Coronal Mass Ejection.
Yes, Coronal Mass Ejection is coming out. This is a brand we've been working on for some time. You know, we were down in Nicaragua one night talking about the stars in the sun. So, you know, CMEs. If you don't know what a CME is, you got to check it out because it affects your life.
That's right.
You know,
some serious shit. The
it's
CMEs.
some serious business.
I recommend downloading the Star app so you can look at the Stargazer.
Yeah, or
Star Walk.
Time.
Star Walk. Yeah. Get one of those.
We're spinning in the heavens right now, so it's nobody ever talks about it. It's kind of crazy, man.
It is. It's kind of crazy.
We're like spinning around all the time in the middle of infinity, and nobody talks about it.
The illusion of stability and actually total chaos. Just chaos.
We're spinning fast, but everything seems like it's going slow.
Yeah.
Or sometimes
it's kind
fast.
of a trip. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Except when you're drinking, then it does kind of seem like it's spinning. You kind of catch onto that.
Yeah.
Right? I think you're into this stuff. Yeah.
I had that happen a couple times in my life, and not the feeling I enjoy all the time.
It's not my favorite, but you know,
sometimes it happens.
Yeah.
CMEs. I did tell you I went to in Boulder. They have the space weather station there where they track the CMEs.
You went there? Huh?
I went there. I got to see where they monitor the sun. Where all those pictures of the sun that everybody sees, where they track the CMEs. I actually got to go to I saw National Geographic on it, and CMEs.
Yeah.
And I got to go where they filmed some of it.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
We're all suspicious observers.
That's right.
Suspicious observers.
No
you
fear.
know, the sun is the foundation of life. It's the cornerstone.
Absolutely.
Without it, nothing happens. So I had to pay tribute.
Absolutely. No, it totally makes sense.
All right. Appreciate it.
Brian, guys.
You're the man.
CME, we definitely got to do a CME.
CME for sure.
All right.